Hello everybody, this is going to be 5 Minute Fridays. I'm starting this series where I'm just going to take 5 minutes every Friday to talk about news articles, anything that's going on in like the video game industry or just anything in general that I think is interesting. And we're going to talk about it. Newzoo is probably the greatest information base for anything related to esports and video games in general. This is, I would say, the most referenced news research website that collects data and reports real... Ow, Barney! Stop it! Oh god, I gotta finish this quick! He's going crazy! Newzoo is a really cool website that talks about research and stuff that they have. They talk about their latest findings. So basically one of them is that esports is going to be $1 billion industry this year. Follow it, read the articles on it. It's good stuff. Hey guys, so if you're interested in esports and video games like I am, there's a lot of different ways you can capture in terms of investing the growth that the market is going to see in the next 1 to 2 to 3 to 5 years into the future. Right now, there's a lot of market research out there that's pointing towards the industry reaching $1 billion in terms of revenue for this year, 2019. And if you want to be a part of that growth and you want to be able to have the opportunity to capture that, there are investment vehicles like an ETF or an exchange traded fund that is a pretty good, easy solution for anybody out there to just invest in a single product and have that exposure to a wide array of the companies out there that are investing in or that are part of the video game, computer, hardware industry, and esports industries combined. So what is an ETF really quickly? An ETF is essentially a basket of different marketable securities, so different stocks and bonds that capture a wide array of different companies out there in the marketplace. So pretend my puppy is a company and here's another company. They're all placed within the same individual ETF. So if you buy one ETF, you have exposure to all those companies. So right now there's 2 ETFs in particular that are out there in the market that I want to talk about. The first ETF I want to talk about is by Vanek Vectors. It's a small firm out there, I believe in New York, and it came out with the first esports video game ETF back in October of 2018. So it only has a couple months of performance data. It's looking to be in positive territory in terms of return right now. And yeah. The second ETF I want to talk about is by a company called Roundhill Investments. It is a firm that essentially established itself within the past couple of months. If you look it up, it has 2 founders who love video games growing up, and they just wanted to create an easy, accessible way for people to really capture the growth in the esports video game and software, hardware industries. And so if you invest in those ETFs, you'll have the exposure for the entire industry and hopefully capture good returns in the long run. So I highly suggest checking out those 2 ETF products that I talked about. I am in no way promoting them or affiliated with those companies. I just think that would be a good idea if that's something you're into. So ESPN recently announced that it's going to be hosting a Collegiate Esports Championship. There are no details yet as to when this will happen or what date that'll occur, but for every single college out there that has an esports team, they'll be participating in LAN events to prove at the end of it who is the most dominant, and we'll see how that goes and unfolds. I think for right now, they only have a couple of games that are going to be played. Hopefully we'll see more, but as of right now, I believe Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, I believe Street Fighter, and some of those other Blizzard games I believe are out there too, so we'll just have to see.
Thank you guys so much for being a part of today's event.
Oh my god.